What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about two different things regarding Scream 6. I want to talk about the movie theater set photos, and I also want to talk about the back and forth with Neve Campbell. So let's go in reverse order. I said those in the order, so let's start with Neve Campbell. The thing I want to talk about, of course, is the convention that she's supposedly going to go to. I think she's supposed to go. What is it, this weekend? Or then they were talking about later on in the summer, and how the agent, was texting her and said that Neve Campbell said the whole she's coming back thing is BS. Now, when that happened, I mean, again, I laugh so much at the Twitter community, some Twitter. I don't want to say the entire Scream Twitter community, because there's a lot of really good people over there. I've met people through Twitter that then are in other places, but some of the Scream Twitter community is hilarious, where they'll believe rumors, but then they say wait for Paramount, but then as soon as one thing happens, they flip-flop. It's hilarious. But I don't think by this person who is trying to get her to come to a convention and is saying, well, you coming back because I don't know if you're filming, and she says it's BS. I fully believe that conversation never happened, okay? I don't think, or if it did happen, it's just as a ruse. I just think, here's what I think ended up happening. I think really the timeline that we've had is really what has happened. She didn't get the money she wanted. She went public with it. Paramount got a lot of backlash, and then they ended up working out some sort of agreement for her to come back. Now, Viewer Anon obviously is the biggest one who said something about it. When Viewer Anon says something, I kind of listen, because Viewer Anon has been pretty right, not just with Scream. Viewer Anon has been right with pretty much anything, that I think it's a male, the person has said that he has said in the past. So I fully believe she'll be back. Now, whether she'll get a different scene than what was originally intended, or was she meant to be in 10 minutes of the film, now she's just a cameo, or maybe it is the exact same scene, whatever it was, I fully believe it's happening. I do. So just the fact that this guy is saying it online. I know, well, this guy, obviously he has a semi-important role in his industry. I'm not saying he's a nobody, but just because he says that Neve Campbell called it BS, I mean, who said that's actually real, right? It's hilarious that we're just oh yeah, because people have never lied to us ever in our lives, even though everybody wanted to believe that when Neve Campbell was telling somebody like a Mastercast TV, remember when Mastercast asked her, and she said, I'm not coming back, everybody just assumed either he was lying or she was lying to him. So all of a sudden now, so she was lying back then, but there's no way she could be lying now. It's weird. All right, you have that part. I do believe Neve Campbell's coming back, and I think that'll really help. I've said it before. I'm really happy about that. I think it's going to be a big boost to the movie. Even if it's just for a cameo, I think it's absolutely the right decision. Now we look at the set photos for Scream 6 and the movie theater. So here's the thing. I'm kind of on the fence with this, because I think what we're seeing so far of these set photos or of the movie theater look incredible. I mean, it's a really nice looking movie theater. You see the posters of the Stab movies on the wall. It looks awesome, and in a way it looks very different, and it looks I guess more detailed, if you want to say that, than what we got in, say, a Scream 2. Now, that's the positive, right? Just the fact that it looks really cool, and of course you can imagine the different scenarios that could play out in a movie theater, whether it's an opening or whether it's just some scene in the movie, right? It doesn't have to be the opening, it could just be a scene. Wherever it is, you can imagine some pretty cool things could happen. On the flip side, I do get worried, because it's all right, I don't know, there's almost a line, and I don't want them to cross it. You walk a real tight rope, all right, when you are trying to honor the past movies so much that you're doing the exact same thing over again. And when you've said publicly that you want to do things that are very bold and breaking all the rules, or whatever they've said in the past, right? And then, Scream 5 was obviously different than Scream 1. And to their credit, I guess I should say this. The opening of 5, in my opinion, is the second best opening they've ever had in a Scream movie, second to only Scream 1 with Drew Barrymore. Now, it was the second best. I think it was better than Scream 2, 3, and 4, Scream 5's was, all right? And with that being said, it was copying. It was literally ripping off, in a way. I mean, because I don't want to go fully, right? Because it's it was the same opening as 1, but obviously, it's not the same characters, it's not the same lines, not everything is happening the exact same way. They did an incredible job, I think, with making it as different as they could, but still obviously, it's the same, right? So I think that worked. Now, what I don't want, though, is for you to follow things too closely or for every scene to be like that. Now, when you go into a Scream 6, which is obviously mirroring Scream 2, You already have the college angle, which we'll see how much they lean into, like how much of an exact replication is 6 going to be with 2, with the college setting. Now you have a movie theater. So, you know, again, like, I'm not saying they're going to literally do the exact same opening of Scream 2, because you can't. Those characters aren't around, right? You can't do that. But, you know, again, you walk a fine line where it's like, well, can we see your opening? What is Radio Silence's ideal opening for a Scream movie or a Scream sequel? What is it? I guess you could say, what is your movie theater sequence? What do you want? Do you want to have a long chase scene in the movie theater? Do you want it to mimic Scream 2? Like, what is their movie theater scene? And if it's too close to Scream 2, it's like, all right, well, at this point, and again, like, you know, these things do have a lot of mirrorings, right? 5 does mirror 1 in a lot of ways. At some point, it's like, well, if you're just going to make 5, 6, 7, Scream 1, 2, 3, I don't really think you needed to do that in the first place, right? So I don't want to get too down on it, because, of course, we haven't seen it yet. Of course, they could do whatever they want in this movie theater. And again, credit to them. Scream 5's opening is very similar to Scream 1's opening, but I actually loved it. So if they did copy Scream 2, who knows? Maybe they could do it better. Maybe they could do it differently, and it's still really good. Maybe it's not better than it, but it's just like a different kind of good. Who knows, right? I definitely want to give them that possibility, because it's totally possible, and they did it just one movie ago. I'm just saying you kind of walk a tightrope where it's like, you know, you're already playing with college. You're playing with a movie theater. So, like, how much of Scream 2, or how much of 6 is literally just going to be Scream 2? Are you going to kill Mindy to make her literally the Randy kind of clone? Is that going to be your big kill in Scream 6? Is you kill Mindy because you killed Randy in 2? Like, what do you do? And if that happens, it's like, well, this isn't exactly original, right? So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. But again, visually, just what we get of the shots of the movie theater, really good. I'm really happy with the shots. They look really, the movie theater looks kind of ominous. Like it, you know, they did a movie theater in the Scream TV show, which was different, very different, and I liked what they did with that. So you can do it well, and they did it well in 2, in Scream 2. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. If you want to follow me or support me anywhere else, all my social media, including our Patreon, is in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all on the next one.